right, now, here's what I want to show you for this second piece. This is the drawing. It's on there pretty good. It's the little village in my town where I used to live. And what I've done so far, and this is what I want you to do. This is art masking fluid, okay? Daler-Rowney, you can get any kind you want. It's water soluble, and it just peels off. And what you need to do is, I use a small palette knife like this to put this on, and you can see where I have put it. I've put it in all the little yellow, they look like little yellow spots. And what that does is mask off your paper in rubber, and so that you can paint, you know, you can assure yourself that you're going to have white. When we look at this picture, we see certain whites, like say this palm tree. I put some here, here, just to make sure that when because, you know, watercolor is sort of a splashy process, so when I put those paints on there, I want to preserve those whites. So I've put some over here on the larger trees. You can see here, just a few up here. I mask out this little squiggle sign, a little bit of light in here, some lights down this decorative post I put up. If you'll notice on this, we have some white along our, especially here along this awning, and so I got that. I put some here, just a few like that. So just to kind of give you an idea of where our whites are going to be. I'm going to go back and I'm going to do this line here, and I'm going to put some white along these rails of this fencing, okay? Here, I'm going to take my palette knife, little tiny one, and kind of wipe it off a little. And I'm just going to go like this on these posts and see if that will work. Any way that you can get a little of this on here. That kind of works. Yeah, kind of. Probably even a toothpick or something would work. Look at that. Okay, so be steady-handed if you can. Put that on. So I want to get this little line across here. Okay. I'm going to show you how easy it is to take this off. I don't know if you've ever used this. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll take it off with one I've already done up here. See this one, let's use this. When it's dry, you just roll it off with your finger like that. And it just rolls off. As easy as pie. All right. Now, the second thing I wanted to show you is I actually chose my colors, because I have all of these boxes of paints and I have so many colors, and it takes time to figure that out. So, excuse me, I just went ahead, checked out my picture. We know we want some kind of violet color, a lot of the violet color, a lot, because the violet is what's showing. We know we need lots of green, and I'm going to use a lot of turquoise. As you can see it right here where my finger is, right? I'm going to use that in these trees. It's really smart to pick out the colors that you want. But I need to wet all these down, and I have my spray bottle here. So I'm going to wet these down. Okay? They're getting nice and juicy right now. Okay, so I'm going to do this thing. So here we have some water, and let's get into some trees, okay? This is what I want. You see this beautiful, and I'm going to put it on just medium, like, and I'm going to look at my picture. This up here is going to get this turquoise. Okay, looks good. We're going to have this down here. And I'm just putting it in little blotches. Let's see, and we have some coming in here like that. This is where your light is showing through some more. See, okay. So the yellow and the green are on the table. So what I want to do is I've got this on a block. And I'm just going to let this run a little. We've got some, we've got this masked out, so not a problem. Okay, isn't that pretty? We've also got little touches of violet in here, not that much. Just some little, just touch it in. Yeah, there you go. That'll all dry later and you'll come back. Let's do some, let's go to these. We're just gonna, let's just go ahead and put some of these in here. I'm gonna get this a little like, this piece in here. Always looking at your picture. This piece is dark here. Taking this here, and I'm going to take some indigo. I'm going to put that brush in my coffee. I'm going to get this indigo here, and I'm going to just dab it in here a little bit, because these are the dark sides of this. Okay. And we can always take some of that out if we need to later on. Okay, excellent. So we see where we're going, right? Let's take a look now at the orange. Like this. And we want to get, I'm going to come this door here is very orange. Just leave that white. In that window. And this is also a little coat. Just depicting a little something in that window. We've also got a red pot over here we can do. Did a little of this Indian red in here too. It's dark. Okay. Let's come over to the palm tree. It has a lot of yellow. It's yellow-green, so we're going to do a lot of yellow in it to start. Just flop it on. Green that's already on the plate. And I'm just going to dab it in. And toward the center, some darkness. And you know, it's always our call. If we want to do brown, we do brown. If we want to do it a different, we will. But for this right here, we're going to do a little of the sepia. I'm going to leave a little light shining on that as well. And we'll come over here. Okay, so now we know where our sepia is. Let's see, it's good for everything. So we have a tree trunk here. A little bit of a dry brush. Okay. A little darker on this side. We're going to wash in the building now. We'll wash in the building, which is going to be this pale wash of yellow ochre. And here is a clean palette here. And I think we're gonna, you see that? Just a pale, that's pretty much the color of this building. There you go. There you go. We basically, everywhere you see building, you're gonna wash. Just a pale, see that color? Okay, we're gonna go in between the windows. We know the building is in there. Let's get some more paint. A little water. Yeah. Building in here. Building up here. We gotta put some more tree in there. Yeah. Doesn't have to be even. You don't want everything to be even. We're going to go ahead and wash this. We're going to wash this bit of building here. Yeah. Sidewalk. Get some little darker bits in where there's shade. These little decorative pieces can get a little bit of swirly curls. There's a little piece here. These ridges, we're going to come in with some darker colors. That's going to be good behind the scene there. All right, we're going to look in here at these, at the dark glass, okay? The dark glass is going to need indigo, purple, and I'm going to show it to you right here. Here's the purple, and here's the indigo, and we're just going to scoot those down, and we're just going to make it right in here. Needs more indigo. Yeah. And we're going to wash that into some of this glass. We don't want too much at first. We can always come back. But these are basically dark in here. We don't know how dark just yet. But we will be coming back with darkness. Darkness in the door. Doesn't all have to be dark. But definitely, we know that there is darkness under here. Let me see, where's that indigo? Where did it go? Oh, here it is. Indigo mixed with a little purple. We'll put a little orangey in it too. I'm gonna come in here like this. Just all the colors that are in your picture, you can always mix them in with your darks, and it just makes it more believable, or makes it more interesting. In other words, instead of just putting black under here, it's just a mixture of all the colors that are in your painting. So obviously I need a different brush for this, because we're going to just kind of don't want too many, you know, this is an impression, so we're trying not to put so many details that we're not trying to make it look like a realistic thing. We want it to be a joyous painting, something fun to look at. Not something to judge on its architectural perfection, right? So get right up under that. Get right up under here, and details can come later. And we have these windows, right? So let's get some in here. Get some in our windows. More violet. More purple. More more purple in these windows. That, guys, is part 2. Okay? So what we did was basically just put wash in. We put the red washes in. We put the violet awnings in. We put the trees in, basically. And we will come back the third time. We're going to take the frisket off and go in for some details. So I hope you enjoyed that. Here's your painting again. I mean, the photo. Yeah. And like I said, this is a muse. This is something to get us just to paint. It doesn't have to look exactly like this. We cannot make anything look exactly. Well, we can, but that's a whole different technique, which I am not interested in. But here we have our first wash. We have our frisket down. We have our first wash of the colors. So you can kind of get an idea of how it's going to look. Okay, that concludes the second part of our 3-part series. And I think it came out pretty good. We are still in the midst of this thing, so there's always an ugly stage in the middle of a painting, especially watercolor. You just can't tell those till you get the thing pretty well done. But we have we've transferred our picture onto the watercolor paper. We have used our rubber resist, and we've put in quite a little bit of the paint already, and I think that's enough for this time. And then we're going to come back and work on finishing this painting off. Okay. Hope to see you there. Bye-bye.